Alright, today we will be covering Lesson 7-3, Perpendicular Lines. On the previous slide, you saw this paragraph that said, a second customer of Patios by Madeline has hired the company to build a patio with rows of bricks that are perpendicular to the walkway as shown at right. Two lines are parts of lines that are perpendicular if they intersect to form right angles, which recall right angles are 90-degree angles. Today's lesson will be split into 3 separate sections. The first section will cover questions 1, 2, and 3. Let's go ahead and take a look at our questions for this section. Question number 1 says, use a protractor to draw the line perpendicular to line XY that passes through point W. Label the point at which the line intersects XY as point Z. 2. Use appropriate tools strategically. Use your protractor and your knowledge of parallel lines to draw a line across the patio parallel to line WZ. Explain how you know that the lines are parallel. And lastly, in question number 3, it says describe the relationship between the newly drawn line and XY. This segment of questions, I'm going to allow you 7 minutes to work on with your table mates. Go ahead, pause your video. I want you to work on questions 1, 2, and 3 in the next 7 minutes. All right, to finish up section 1, I have now provided the answers for questions 1, 2, and 3. Number 1 asked us to draw the picture. So what I did was I made sure to create a 90-degree angle because that's what it means to be perpendicular. And I labeled, and it went through point W, and I labeled this point Z. Now, it says use your protractor and your knowledge of parallel lines to draw a line that across the patio parallel to WZ. So I want it parallel to this line segment right here. So what I did was I drew another line segment right here that extended in the same direction at the same speed or rate. I said there are many different locations for the parallel line and many different justifications for the lines being parallel. I went with this concept of this is 90 degrees, so this is 90 degrees. And this would be the converse of corresponding angles postulate that states that if I have 2 angles in corresponding spots and their measures are congruent, then the lines that are cut by them are also are parallel. Sorry. Now, lastly, it asked, what is the relationship between this new line we drew right here and XY, which is the original line that was given to us? Well, if this is 90 degrees, then that means we have created a perpendicular line pair. On to your debriefing question.